Hello, it's me, Guam. I am going to do something that I have never done before, but I feel like it's a nice extension from how I don't know, usually stream, which is just rambling. So this is my first ever, and maybe only ever, kind of ramble video, where I'm just going to talk while working my way to max. As I mentioned in my kind of recent 2023 bank video, I will be maxing soon. You can see there. And it's a good time to announce that I will be maxing on April the 6th of 2024 at 5 p.m. EST. And that's going to be on, you know what, I'll put the details in the comments, but I think it's going to be World 477 at the Lumbridge spawn. Anyway, just wanted to get that out of the way. So yeah, that's the background content. Just some nice Nintendo music in the background as well, just to fill the dead space as I go up for air. But on to the topic at hand, and just kind of my ramble. And it's not about the game's current state or anything like that. It's just about my journey to maxing an Ironman. And I figured that I sure as hell don't want to be doing what I would call repetitive skilling content immediately after post-max. And while my thoughts are fresh, I've been feeling very reflective after coming back from a break. I thought I would kind of just dump them here as somewhere to, I don't know, put them out. And as I do with every video, this is just going to be one take. Deep breaths, long pauses, tripping up of words, all included. Just raw, authentic Mr. Leafy Plum. So, just kind of want to start talking about, you know, how I play Ironman, how I played Ironman as day one. So from day one, I started this, yeah, I guess we'll start on day one. I started this Ironman back on June the 7th or 8th of 2020, so the heat of a major world event, which I won't mention. But yeah, the heat of that. And the PVM clan that I had run at the time had kind of folded. There was some sort of drama that happened while I was away on vacation, and I came back, and basically it had all exploded, and I was like, well, this sucks. I didn't lose any friends, thankfully, but all of my friends that I was playing on my normie with at the time had kind of gone to different places. And I was like, you know what? I was really enjoying what I had. So let me take a bit of time to kind of reflect, play the game solo a bit, just kind of regroup. So I did. I started this Ironman as a normal Ironman. If you look me up on the hardcore scores, I was never a hardcore. Why I did that, even though the mode was out, I have no idea, but I'm pretty happy with it. You know, I can just confidently say that I've always just died as stupidly as I happened to, and freely did that. So yeah, started as a normal Ironman, and my goal at the time, and it has continued, was to be a no Osiris Guide Ironman. For those of you that watch my streams, you know, January 2021 up until probably the end of that year, I had on my stream titles quite often the no Osiris Guide Ironman, and what that meant was, don't follow the meta, don't follow the guide. Now, I have nothing truly against that guide at all. It's phenomenal for people that want to get to the mid-game fast. And, you know, a lot of people need that direction, especially on a self-guided game mode. But I wanted to enjoy the game at my pace, make mistakes, have some funny moments, and just kind of not feel tied down. So I started as a no Osiris Guide Ironman, and that's exactly why my last skill will be fire making, because pretty early on in that guide, I'm pretty sure the guide tells you to get 99 fire making. Winter tot makes a lot of sense. Lots of good seeds, food, coins, all that, and a decent skill cape too. I didn't do that, so that's why 99 is going to be the last. Anyway, I did do a lot of things that early Ironman did. You know, questing. You kind of can't get away from that unless you're an actual restricted account. And yeah, just played the game. Didn't do a lot of farm runs, didn't do birdhouses a lot. I kind of just did whatever, which was, to me, a thing of beauty, because I got on and I was like, you know what, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want to do without being annoyed by dailies or whatnot. Stuff that I did pick up eventually. Of course, I'm not completely silly. And yeah, it was really nice to get on and just say, okay, here's my goal today, which, you know, that could have been get underground pass done for an Iban staff so that I could go do barrows at like 50 combat, because that was fun. I really played to just have silly early accomplishments on an iron that like I probably shouldn't have been doing. A phenomenal example of that is going to the Sarah God Wars boss, General Ziliana, and just killing it with a rune crossbow and an MSB. And I got rewarded for it with a 3-kill count Armadillo crossbow, which that really told me, like, hey, you know what? Do whatever you want, Mac. That is my name. You might get rewarded. Why not? So when I started streaming, I started with like level 90, doing Krosuit Sarath, the Zambi boss, 1-kill trips, and having the time of my life. I really, really enjoyed that. And yeah, from that, I got a lot of experiences just like, you know, okay, well, how can I improve myself so I can do this consistently? Because that was really fun. I want to do it consistently now. And, you know, grind out those drops a lot earlier than I should have. And usually I got rewarded, you know, with something early. Now, you don't always get rewarded, of course. Yeah, that was kind of how I played the account early on, was just like, all right, get to this boss before you should be. I did raids super early. It was nice for supplies. And it also really let me hang out with friends, which it's pretty easy to get isolated from the game when you play solo-only game mode. So going on, like, stupid raids with friends was really nice. They'd take my little level 80 ass along, and I would focus up with my MSB just before the armor crossbow. Yeah, so that's kind of how I played the first year of the account. And then I actually started doing stuff, you know. I got a Questscape middle of 2021 and said, okay, well, I guess the world's my oyster now. And I really just focused on PVM. Keeping up the, like, occasional, like, once a day, no joke, farm run. Sometimes I go a week or two without it. Yeah, just PVMing. And that is how I got a lot of my supplies to just get the levels. You know, Slayer, super helpful. That's like the answer to everything, of course. You know, especially herbs, seeds for when I did want to plant them. The GP was really good. I've never struggled with money on this account just by kind of doing what I wanted. You know, never really struggled for any supplies now that I think about it. You'd, of course, grind out secondaries for like herb lore and whatnot, but that's been something that I've really enjoyed about, you know, playing the way that I do. And another thing that I think has been really, I guess, helpful in me getting to maxing an Ironman in 3.5 years, which is not fast at all, but at least getting here, is playing other game modes. I've taken a part in every single league since this account's been out. Yeah, so 3 of them. And that's been great, just to kind of take my mind off of it, not even keeping up with the Iron as well. Just keeping the game fresh. But it kept the game fresh for after I got back from my, you know, 1, 2, 3 month breaks post leagues. But I would come back fresh, you know, ready to grind and absolutely send it. That's, like, you know, currently what I'm doing. I came back from my break from old school end of February, I think, around the time that I made the bank video. Yeah, that was another really helpful way to, you know, keep motivated on this Iron, just taking breaks, you know, spending time outside of RuneScape, playing other games with the same friends, or some of the same friends, you know, hanging out in real life with my wife, going out and doing stuff. It really makes you, like, kind of appreciate and come back to the game with a renewed view on it. So something I wanted to just kind of touch on. But I talked about playing with friends. I think that's something that's also kept me kind of going through this, is chatting with friends on the daily. And whenever there's content, usually going to do the content. And it really helps to have a supportive friend group that doesn't mind that you will occasionally be slowing down the group, whether you're, like, under geared or maybe you're just a slightly slower gamer like I am. Yeah, so I haven't, like, truly felt like that sense of you're alone as an Ironman thing. You know, aside from getting stuff, I feel super proud about getting that stuff on my own, but I never learned solo Cox. Thankfully, I haven't had to struggle at, like, 416 for Tobs. Usually have a nexty whenever my friends want to go, so that's been really nice. The whole point of this video is just gonna chat about my experience on the way to max, and how I don't know, kept playing the game, because maxing is super daunting. I at a time late last year did 2 straight months of agility. Just every day logged on, got my XP goal, kind of logged off. So yeah, doing other things really is a nice way to keep you going. I'm kind of getting off track there. It's all on topic, but it's not. Doing clogs on the way. The collection log was a blessing whenever it came out. I think it was just after my Ironman got made, because they don't have any super early Ironman account collection logs. I went through all 4 folders of the names that this account has had, which was Hertz Iron. My first ever name in old school was Dirty Hertz, like in the 2013 version. And at the time, I was still Dirty Hertz way back when, so I went with Hertz Iron. And after one day, I changed that. I have like 4 screenshots, so thank God I took Iron out of the name, because I don't ever really get trolled in multi-spots because of that. So that's been nice. Anyway, yeah. Hertz Iron, Beaver Tail, Guamito, Guam Leaf, and I guess Leaf of Guam. So that's 5 names. That went off on a tangent. Anyway, collection log. Going for clogs as you max or as you play the game has been also super friggin' nice. Like, you know, hitting mini game bosses for longer than you need to after you got the big drop. You know, as an example, Temperos. You know, you might get the tome, but you're gonna believe it or not, stack up smithing XP. Sorry, not smithing, construction. Obviously, cooking XP and food. A little bit of money with the Elks. That's another good one. Going for the Slayer collection log. That's gonna just give you everything that comes with going for collection log items. You know, like seeds, herbs, planks, all that kind of stuff. So doing the clog has been a really nice both distraction and kind of way to benefit the account instead of just keeping up with herb runs every day and farm runs. Kind of speaking of farming, I haven't done that since I got 99 a year and a half ago. I guess I did a little bit for something, but barely any. Has been really nice. I think it's why I've been enjoying my late game experience more than most, because I don't have to keep searching for a pet. That was lucky. Yeah. And then kind of the last topic that I wanted to talk about how I, you know, got to this point, is just really having a mentality at times. When you have motivation to, like I previously mentioned, grind agility for 2 months, absolutely do it. When you have the motivation to, you know, do 200,000 rune crafting XP a day, do it. Or just keep going, right? Like, I'm doing smithing right now. I started at 94 like 4 days ago, and I'm about to get... I should be about to... Yeah, okay, well, look at that right here. I'm about to get 97. Do that. What did I do? 2 weeks ago, like, sat and made planks for 3 days on a PvP world, and then did construction for 2 days after that and got it. Don't let that motivation die if you want to max. Run with it. Like, make your playtime all about that. Like, I don't know, pushing myself to hit an XP goal, phenomenal, or like maintaining an XP per hour thing is great. And that's only if you're in the mindset, because I have done things like near the end of my agility goal where I was feeling like, you know what, I'm really not enjoying the game, and I kept doing it. And I think that definitely contributed to my post-leagues burn, because the last memory that I had of playing the game was just hopelessly grinding agility. It was really sad. So when I got back, or tried to log in after leagues, I was like, I only remember that feeling of doing agility. So don't push yourself if you're not feeling like grinding. Again, kind of a ramble that, yeah. So yeah, here we are now. The top 3 there is, I got here just by not following a guide. Wonderful. PVMing early and often for external drops. And I think the third one is make sure that you're chatting with friends. It doesn't have to be in a Discord call. It could just be, you know, joining a clan. Having some people to just chat with. Hell, GZ, that 50 rune crafting you got. Sometimes that's all you need to keep going. You know, making a Twitter account. And interacting with people in the game that way. Just try really hard not to play as isolated. And I think that has been a really influential part in me maxing. So, speaking of maxing, as I mentioned, April 6th, 5 o'clock, I think World 477. But what am I going to be doing after max? Am I going to still have the same motivation for RuneScape? I don't know that right now. But I definitely do have plans, which I'm excited to kind of get into. And the first one is going to be dive right back into CG. I am missing my crystal helmet still, after getting a BOFA over a year ago. I don't know why, I just never went back and completed the helm, so that's on there. And like I said, with friends, raids, next, doing group mini games. I'm very close to, I'm like a pet and 200 pearls away at Guardians of the Rift. Didn't quite get that before 99. Going to do that, focusing on the clog, but also knowing that I don't have to play the game. Like, admittedly, right now, I'm pulling, I don't know, like 6-7 hours a day of playing RuneScape, which is more than I'd like. It's a completely fair amount for an average RuneScape player, but anyway, yeah, like sometimes if I don't want to play the game, I don't have to, because I've met this super long-term goal that I didn't really think I would ever hit. Like when I made this COVID Ironman way back when, I never had this picture. It was just supposed to be a side project distraction. So yeah, not playing the game every day if I don't want to is something that's also going to be great. Playing other games too. Really looking forward to replaying some Pokemon games, checking out newer games as well. Not coming up super soon, but like whenever Grand Theft Auto comes out, thank God I'll have a max RuneScape account, assuming that I do the sailing by then. So yeah, that's kind of the end of my ramble. Just me chatting with thoughts and grinding out a couple 100k smithing XP. So yeah, I appreciate you checking in, listening. If you listened the whole way, I don't know, give me a comment. Just say, I'll be there for your maxing party. Or you can say, you know, you're a loser for maxing an Ironman, but I'll still be there. And I'll be happy with it. Alright, well, thanks. Yeah, I don't have any outro screen, so it's my outro goodbye. So, goodbye. I guess like and subscribe, because this is my second YouTube video of the year, which might mean that I'm a YouTuber now. I don't know. Alright, take care.